comedy, Mr. Bill Kelley. Here's Bill.
I know what I know what all you people people out there with cable TV are thinking. I look pretty familiar, don't I? Yeah. Well, that's right. I'm an installer. I used to I used to work for Amtrak. I was a designated driver. I bought a camouflage hat. Well, in fact, I'm wearing it right now. I was a high school teacher. I was a high school teacher for a while. I taught gym, and then they gave me a larger class. I was on a date, and I was on a date, and a girl caught me popping a pimple. I didn't think she was paying attention, but she apparently felt the pinching on her neck. I went to a high school for kids with learning disabilities, and no one ever knew until we had our football games, because our cheerleaders were dyslexic. They'd go out there and say, "Give me an M, give me an I, give me a K, give me a Y, give me a Z, give me a U. What do you have?" And no one knew. It was fun to watch them perform, though, because they would try and do the pyramid, and they'd start with one on the bottom. My wife was real naive on our wedding night. She was a real blushing bride, and said, I've never done this with a man before. And, well, fortunately, I had. I had a lousy imagination as a kid. I used to have wet dreams about masturbating. I was wearing a turtleneck sweater the other day, and I fell asleep on my back, and then I couldn't stand up. My mom was very rich, and she was an epileptic, and she went to an auction and had a seizure and lost all her money. I was on a plane the other day and I got a bit of a scare. I put on the headphones and all the music was by Leonard Skinner, Buddy Holly, Jim Croce, and Otis Redding. My stepbrother is missing. So I put his picture on a carton of half and half. I was washing all my underpants together the other day, and I put in too much fabric softener, and now I can't get an erection. I was reading a book on psychic phenomena. They had a story about two brothers, identical twins. One lives in New York, the other one lives in Chicago, and whenever the brother in New York has an orgasm, his brother in Chicago, regardless of what he's doing, rolls over, farts, and goes to sleep. I got a travel iron for my birthday. And, well, it's in France right now. My wife went into labor, and well, I went into management because there's more money in it. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor to have my cholesterol checked, and I got a call a couple days later. He said, "Mr. Crisco." My wife and I were at a hotel, and she went downstairs and ordered the complimentary breakfast. So the waiter came back with a plate of pancakes and said, "Nice tits." I bought some muscle relaxant pills. I got home, I opened the bottle, I took one, then I couldn't get the cap back on. Well, I gotta go. My time is up. I'm working on a new TV show, PMS Magazine. It'll be on periodically, so... Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Says the only person who suffers from his comedy is his mother. Well, we wouldn't let her judge, so he's still got a good chance. He's from New Jersey. Welcome, Bill Kelley.
I just ended a long-term relationship. For 7 years. For 7 years, I lived with a model. Okay, a mannequin. I bought a camouflage hat. Well, in fact, I'm wearing it right now. I cut myself shaving this morning, which is the reason why I'm wearing long pants. When I was very young, when I was a little kid, my parents got divorced, and as a result, I took on my mom's name. So all through high school, I was known as Martha. When I was 17, I got my girlfriend pregnant. Well, I introduced her to this real good-looking guy. I was on a date, and a girl caught me, she caught me popping a pimple. I didn't think she was paying attention, but, she apparently felt the pinching on her neck. I went to a high school for kids with learning disabilities, and, no one ever knew until we had our football games because our cheerleaders were dyslexic. They go out there and say, give me an M, give me an I, give me a K, give me a Y, give me a Z, give me a U, what do you have? No one knew. It was fun to watch them perform, though, because, they'd try and do the pyramid, and they start with one on the bottom. My wife went into labor, and, I went into management because, there's more money in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Two good routines again tonight. Tough decision for the judges. Champion Rondell Sheridan receives 3 stars. Challenger Bill Kelley gets 3.5 stars. Bill Kelley. Congratulations, Bill. You mentioned your wife toward the end.
Our next performer has appeared on Star Search, Evening at the Improv, and at comedy clubs everywhere. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Kelley. Bill!
I just ended this, I was in a long-term, for 7 years. Actually, for 7 years, I lived with a model. Okay, a mannequin. I used to work for Amtrak. I was a designated driver. I bought a camouflage hat. Well, in fact, I'm wearing it right now. I cut myself shaving this morning. That's why I'm wearing long pants. My parents, got divorced when I was, real young, and, I ended up taking on my mom's name. So, all through high school, I was known as Martha. When I was 17, I got my girlfriend pregnant. I introduced her to this real good-looking guy. I was a high school teacher for a while. I taught gym, and then they gave me a larger class. I was on a date. No, there's more. No, I was on a date, and a girl called me popping a pimple. Yeah, I didn't think she was paying attention, but she apparently felt the pinching on her neck. I went to a high school. I went to a high school, for kids with learning disabilities, and And no one ever knew until we had our football games because our cheerleaders were dyslexic. They go out there and say, "Give me an M, give me an I, give me a K, give me a Y, give me a Z, give me a U, give me a D. What do you have?" No one knew. My wife was, she was real naive on our wedding night. She was a real blushing bride. She turned to me and said, I've never done this with a man before. Fortunately, I had. I have this reoccurring fantasy, whenever I'm having sex, that I'm with someone. My mom was real rich, and she was an epileptic, and she went to an auction and had a seizure and lost all her money. I was on a plane the other day, and I got a bit of a scare. I put on the headphones, and all the music was by Leonard Skinner, Buddy Holly, Jim Croce, and Otis Redding. I went to a stationery store, and it moved. My stepbrother is missing. My stepbrother is missing. So I put his picture on a carton of half and half. My wife went into labor, and my wife went into labor, and I went into management because there's more money in it. So. I went to the doctor to have my cholesterol checked, and I got a call a couple days later. He said, "Mr. Crisco." I bought some muscle relaxant pills the other day. I got home, I opened the bottle, I took one, then I couldn't get the cap back on. I was an English major in college, and I had difficulty finding work when I graduated. I eventually got a job as an editor at Roget's Thesaurus. And that job was, what's the word? I was at a party. It's another party, and everyone got they got real drunk and decided to go outside in the front lawn and have a contest to see who could urinate the furthest. And my wife won. That's it for me. Enjoy the rest of the show.